Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we have got a ×2 event for Sacred Shards from Friday. It's going to fall in line with the Summon Rush that is going to come. I don't know if it's been announced yet even actually, but the Summon Rush that is going to be part of the current Fusion. So whether you're doing the Fusion or not, I'm not. Doesn't really matter to me. I'm still going to take advantage of whatever resources they give us or whatever juicy bonuses we get from the Summon Rush. Is it Summon Rush or Champion Chase? One of the two. Champion Chase here that you can get Gerard the Stone from. Actually, Gerard the Stone looks pretty cool, so I'm happy about that anyway. But yeah, I'm going to be pulling all of my Sacreds because I want to still find some champions that are going to help me through Doom Tower. So what this video is going to be is the top 20 legendary champions that I've seen in the last 10 days for Doom Tower. And what I'm going to try and do is kind of break it into different categories for you. So we've got turn meter controllers, we've got drop defense champions, we've got protectors, control champions, and then damagers, damage dealers. And if anyone's interested in, what other people are using, you can actually come in. Can you do it? Oh, you can't do it. You can only do it if you're actually doing the levels. So I can go into any level I've completed and just kind of click on best teams, both in my clan and globally. Shame you guys can't do that if you've not completed the levels, but you can see a lot of consistencies coming through. You've almost got champions that worked well for waves, and then you've got champions that specifically worked well against bosses. So we're going to go in then. I'm going to start with the turn meter controllers. Some of these champions kind of nicely dip into both turn meter and damage, or control and protection, or whatever. So let's start then with somebody who's actually a free champion. And I tell you what, people underestimate how amazing Seal of the Drakes is. Seriously, one of the best legendaries in the game. One of the best, and she's a free login reward. I've been using her for waves. So to get through the waves, she's throwing out AoE stuns. She's healing as we go. She's got a turn meter decrease on her A1. So she's kind of in between the turn meter and control champions. Defensive base, so she's easy to keep alive. She picks people up if they fall down. Absolutely crazy good champion. If you've got books available, she's worth booking. She is worth it. The extra 15% chance to lay stuns here on this ability. I don't run Fearsome Presence as a mastery, so I don't run it. And those people that have been looking on my website, so on my Hell Hades website, you can check any champion guide. So if I want Seal, I can check out Seal, and you can kind of see what I recommend in terms of masteries and stuff. It's not the only option, it's just what I recommend. But I also do a bit of a write-up on them. Do I think they're worth their value in books and stuff like that? So I'll link that in the description below. But I do not run Fearsome Presence. I run War Master for a bit more damage. That's the way I play her. But when people are watching me fight the Doom Tower and they see how many stuns she lands, everyone assumes I'm running Fearsome Presence because she lands it all day long. She's a brilliant, brilliant legendary champion. So number one for me, and it's not something you're going to pull from shards, but just make sure that you do invest in your Seal of the Drakes. The second one then is kind of the king of speed. He's a king of doing things faster, Prince Kaimar. I'm super fortunate to have 2 Kaimars, and I'm going to put out a video tomorrow to show you how I'm beating Doom Tower waves. And I'm up high, and I tell you now, it's bloody hard. It's really hard. I'm also going to be showing my stream tonight. If you want to actually see it live, I'm going to be doing it on stream tonight, getting myself through the waves and then trying to beat today's boss. So Hell Hades TV, if you want to come and have a look at that. But he is just phenomenal in terms of allowing you to beat stuff quicker. Why? Because he's got this reset all ability A3. So what does that mean? Basically, if someone like your Royal Guard or your Septimus or your Cold Heart, whoever it is, or your Seer, does a massive move, he resets that move so that next time they go, they've got it back again. It's an insane ability, and he's, as I say, the king of speed. He's also got an actually amazing kit. His kit's brilliant across the board. Not only does that move reset skills, it also fills your turn meter. So it's like having a Seeker turn meter fill going, or a Arbiter turn meter fill as well. Really good. He's also got a enemy buff strip with his A2. At the same time, sends them to sleep, which is an insane ability as well, guys. 3-turn cooldown if you book this out. Brilliant champion for this. So you can, if you're up against a hard wave, you take all of their buffs away, you sleep them, and you give all of your team more time to get their job done. And then he's got this A1, 100% chance to place a poison if he crits. AoE ability again. It's both his best thing and his curse is that he's an AoE champion. So he lays asleep here. You've got to be careful he's not too fast that he just wakes everyone up here. So just kind of watch the way around that plays. But other than that, that's my only fault I can kind of think of this guy. He looks absolutely awesome. And he's also got a speed in arena aura. One of the best ones in the game. Brilliant base stats. Across the board, absolutely amazing base stats. He's just a king of waves. Waves. When you get to bosses, apart from his reset ability, he's not as strong. But absolutely great for waves, and especially for Doom Tower. Let's look at the next one then. The next one for me is going to be Lysandra. So again, turn meter controller here. There's not a better champion in the game for controlling someone else's and your turn meter. She speeds you up. She puts increased speed buff on as well as turn meter fill with her A3. So for something like Nether Spider, she's bonkers good. Even though she takes damage when this happens, you do need to keep her healing. But dropping her the turn meter by 100% is broken. Same for Scarab King. Also really insane in the waves to stop your enemies having a turn. She's insane in the arena anyway. She's insane for Fire Knight. It's like so many places that she's brilliant for. But especially for Doom Tower, I just see her again and again. She's also got this cool A1, which transfers debuffs from her onto a target. So you can also make her the focal point for the Magma Dragon. He hexes her. She transfers that hex straight back to the Magma Dragon. Pretty cool A1. There's only like 2 or 3 solid champions in the game that do it. She's one of them. So you can make her the hex target, throw it straight back onto the Magma Dragon, and then she's going to pound that dragon hard. Insane champion, crazy base stats. Definitely in the top 20. Next one then is going to be our friendly lizard. So we're going to have a look at some of the decreased defense champions here. Draco just goes without saying, really. He's got decreased defense and weaken on an A3. It's such an amazing ability. It means that you can get through those waves tons faster. He's like the wave damage dealer. He hits hard anyway. He's got poisons as well, which are going to help you through some of the bosses. But mainly, we see him in the fastest teams on waves. In fact, some of the teams, let me show you just a couple quick. There's teams where there's multiple, these people that got multiple Dracos. Stop. So some of the earlier levels, you've got like Draco pretty much appears in all of them. I'm sure there's one where there's like 3 Dracos or something. It might be right at the start. Double Draco. I've seen one somewhere anyway with like 3 Dracos and then 1 other champ. Pretty busted, pretty nuts. But yeah, Draco's kind of the master really of anywhere in the game. I think he scores one of the highest on my tier list on my website. Just absolutely broken. One of the other ones that we're seeing popping up a lot is actually Ghostborn. Reason being is Ghostborn, his ability can't be resisted, his decreased defense, and the higher you get in Doom Tower, the more their resistances go up. I mean, at the level I'm at now, we're talking you need 300 accuracy plus to get these debuffs off. I had my Lydia running at 270 anyway, and she just kept getting resisted. I was like, what the hell is going on? These waves get dramatically harder the higher you go up. So someone like a Ghostborn coming in without a need for accuracy is actually kind of busted. And he also brings increased attack for you as well. So great base stats again. On all these champions, it feels like the base stats are just like a stage above most people. But Ghostborn, he hits hard as well. But yeah, good, solid champion. He does have other abilities, another AoE here, and a decreased defense A1. But you can build him no resistance, get that A3 off, and kind of empower your way through the levels. So if we look at some protectors then, top of the protector list, and again, We're seeing a lot in the wave control. Not so much on the boss fight, best teams, but for dealing with the waves, Duchess. So high defense, high speed, high HP. She's got this team protect ability. So she puts block debuffs on everyone. Perfect Veil means they take less damage. Increases their attack at the same time. She's got a team revive as well. She's got a speed in all battles, which is so useful when you're trying to outrun these really fast enemy waves. So Duchess is up there as one of the best. Another protector then is going to be Valk. I mean, Valk is so good anywhere in the game. So good. But she's coming in. She's doing a lot of work on the waves, throwing out counterattack for you, shields for you, big shields. She's also brilliant for the Scarab boss, throwing out that shield at the same time as giving you counterattack. Counterattack is also pretty good for the Nether Spider as well, because you get hit a lot if you let her have a turn, and Valk's shields and counterattack are going to soak up some of that damage and also just plow on and get your damage off. But for me, the best one she's going to be used in is the Scarab King fight, because of her shield and the counterattack means you get more destroy hits off with those A1s. So for that content, she's actually brilliant. So let's have a look. One of the other things actually about Valk for waves is she's also got this passive that when people cast buffs, she decreases their turn meter, which against some of these waves, they're casting multiple buffs. It means that you can push their turn meter right back and let your guys have more turn or more time to get their abilities off. So that's Valk. Let's talk about one more, almost like an unexpected one that's popped up. But Lugan Steadfast. Really good protector, really good. He's got this block cooldown skills, which means that he's going to put all of the enemy's abilities on lockout, which is cool for waves. He's got ally protection and increased defense, and he's got a shielded A1. He's actually awesome for the Scarab King as well. Just puts his own shield out there, get him in a destroy set, get him some high damage, you heal your team at the same time as shielding himself. Pretty cool abilities here for this content. So let's go into some of the control champions then. So in terms of control, one of the ones that I've been using is Mashold. I've seen him a lot as well in kind of fastest teams. He's throwing out, this is mainly for waves as well, by the way, but he's also good for Sorath, the Frost Spider, because he's got AoE Leech. But he throws out Leech, he throws out True Fears for wave control and for your healing. He nukes as well, he hits freaking hard. And he can also strip buffs off of one person. So for wave control, one of the best. For Sorath, also one of the best legendaries out there. Another one from the same faction then, does it in a different way, but his control is one of the best in the game. Look out for his scythe. Yeah, basically, turn meter control A3. You can get this on a 4-turn cooldown. Stuns or decreased speeds, one or the other. You want it to stun basically on a 4-turn cooldown. 75% chance to hit for the stun. And then he's got some poisons here as well. He's mainly used for the stun and the turn meter control. Lets your team have more chance to get their turns off. Very, very good for wave control if you can't nuke the wave. Again, I've been using him quite a lot. We've got another one who's a crazy control champion. People overlook her way too much. Shiramani. I'll tell you what she is. She's a straight up upgrade from Pixinil, who is the fusion right now. Other than appearance, I think Pixinil looks absolutely awesome. But Shiramani, straight up improvement in just about all ways. She's got heals. She's got freeze on an A1, triple hit. She's got AoE, 100% chance to freeze. And she gets turn meter fill as well. It's on quite a long cooldown, 5 turns. Crazy speed, crazy stats, and Faction Crypt's Aura. But for wave control and Doom Tower, she's up there as one of the best. Freeze is one of the best debuffs you can land. And if you got it on 100% chance, bam. She's been coming in for me on the tougher waves. I've seen a lot of people as well using the Fusion Champion Big Boy Raz. So Razin, AoE decreased turn meter. He's got decreased defense and weaken as well, plus a triple hit A1. High defense, easy to keep alive. I've seen him used on some of the bosses as well. Someone like the Scarab King, it's good. Get the decreased defense and weaken out there and turn meter control. But yeah, really strong for waves as well if you don't have as many of the other legendary champs. And someone else that, same faction again, too many people overlook Fu Shan. Fu Shan hits really hard. He hits really hard. He's a bit like Seal, but an offensive version. He's got that same 35% chance to stun everyone, 2-hitter. Each hit's got a chance to stun. Pretty much, you are going to stun at least 3, normally 4 of the enemy team when this goes off. It's such a good ability. He's got random hit decreased defenses as well, and he's got extra hits on his A1. He's just brilliant for waves. He's got a lead, which is all battles, a really fast one. So I've thrown him in for a lot of my speed running early on. I've also thrown him in later on for control. So he flips between damage and control depending on how you build him. Okay, so we're going to end then with the damage dealers, the people that have been putting out the hits. So one of the biggest damage dealers, no surprise, for waves is Trunda. Trunda, the thing I'd say with Trunda is she's used less as you get higher up the tower. Early stages, she's the queen of nuke. She clears stuff out. Later stages, you're actually probably better off putting accuracy on her and using her for the stun coupled with damage. So a bit like what I'd use Fu Shan for. But early stages, she clears stuff so damn quick. She's got one of the hardest hits in the game. So yeah, Trunda has been coming up trumps for a lot of people. Not for me, so I don't have her. Another one that I've seen over and over again for speed running is Bad L. So Bad L always pops up. And you're like, what's the deal with this guy? He's got this passive that when he throws his poison out, all of your team hit harder, 20% harder. So someone like your nukers get a load more damage. He's also got poisons and heals. He's got cleanse. So he can be good for Nether Spider, cleansing your team, for letting you do more damage. Well, anywhere really. Anywhere that you want that cleanse, he's going to do it. For the wave control, he'll let you hit harder. He'll also heal with his A1 the whole team. So really, really great champion. Brilliant champion for Doom Tower. We've also got a bit of a surprise package who, yeah, we probably didn't expect. So Ellen Aril. Ellen Aril has been in some of the fastest runs in some boss fights. She's kind of crazy with this ability here. Deals damage from all poisons instantly. So if you can set her up with a bunch of poisons before her, like Richthof the Bold, like Tomb Lord, like Taurus, anyone who puts out Draco, anyone who puts out multiple poisons before she goes, she'll rip those poisons off and she'll explode them. And that damage can one-shot a boss if you've got enough poisons out there. So I've seen her in some of the fastest comps on boss fights. So Ellen Aril, and in the same vein, we've got her partner in crime, really, does the same thing, Xavier. Xavier is probably the improved version of Ellen Aril, albeit her base stats are not as good. If we check the defense of Ellen Aril, she can actually take a hit. She's actually got good stats across the board. See this? So Xavier does the job better in terms of damage and speed. Ellen Aril does the job better in terms of she'll do the damage, but she can also take a hit to the face. But Xavier cannot. She's got the weak source base defense. But yeah, Xavier, again, same sort of setup. Richthof the Bold, Taurus, any of those multi-poisoners. Xavier rips those poisons off and she does a ton of damage. She also has got block revive on that same skill. So for waves, you can sit down people and they're not going to get back up. And on some of these waves where we're dealing with multiple revivers, she's actually really, really strong for that. So we've got, I mentioned him a couple of times, I should put him up there. Richthof the Bold. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I know he's one I don't have. Richthof, here we go. Richthof the Bold. This is kind of his niche area now. Hits 3 times, places a poison. Each hit places poison on all enemies. So you've got basically 3 poisons going everywhere. Goes on for 2 turns. And that's kind of his signature move. Everything else is okay. He does have a decreased enemy max HP A1 as well. So it's going to be good for the Scarab boss. But really, he's there to partner with Ellen Aril or Xavier or Karam, I guess, to blow stuff up. He also hits harder when his poisons get out there, and he can hit quite hard. So Richthof has kind of come in He's been outside the meta all the time until Doom Tower. Now he's actually kind of strong for that area. The last one then, the main event. The dude I do not have. He features in just about every boss speedrun. Septimus, with his shiny sword, his shiny kneecaps, and his shiny sandals. It's just got this ability on his A2 which slams like crazy. He's also got a passive which the damage inflicted by each attack increases by 30% if the enemy's current HP is over 50%. It's a crazy passive which pairs with this enemy max HP ability to do insane numbers. So if we were to look at Doom Tower fast runs on bosses, yeah, let's get up a bit higher. So this boss has got a lot of the poison blow ups. Look at this. Poisonous, poisonous, poisonous. So there's some of the ones that I've been talking about. Get a little bit further down. Ron, double Septimus. So basically drop defense and weaken. Double Septimus slam. 56 seconds. How are you feeling about it? Let's have a look at another boss. So that's at stage 70. Let's have a look at the Magma Dragon from yesterday. Double Draco. This is another poison comp actually. Poison comps. Okay, no Septimus happening there. Let's try the Nether Spider. Triple Draco. Okay, looks like people are going with the poison effort a lot more than I thought they were actually, but there's a ton of them. Double Septimus here, double Septimus, Septimus. So you can see in the top 10s, it's like 30% of people are using Septimus to get that job done. And Scarab King, I'd imagine it's most of these. Double, 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 double. Yeah. So you can just see how crazy effective he is. Even on some of the waves, like best times, you'll see Septimus popping up in some of the waves as well. I don't know exactly where. So there you have it, guys. That's my top 20 legendaries for the Doom Tower. To be fair, there's not a single one on that list that wouldn't help you kind of anywhere in the game as well. Good luck if you pull in Sacred Shards this weekend. Yeah. Good luck. I'm hoping for that Septimus finally, or the Trunda. Both of those would be absolutely insane for my account. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you later.